Come in close, take a look. I got all of these little beautiful little Meyer lemons growing on my plant. I just got this new Meyer lemon plant that I'm going to be growing in this lovely container as an indoor-outdoor house plant here in Westchester, Pennsylvania, Zone 6B. And I wanted to go through how I'm going to get it transplanted, everything that you need to know to care for these plants the best possible. Now the first thing, if you just went and got it from a nursery or you had it shipped in and you just took it out of the box, you always want to leave your new plants in a shaded location for 3 to 5 days before you either transplant them or put them out into the full sun. So I'm here in the middle of springtime, and this is the best time to get these plants started. If you're just getting them started, you want to get them started at a period of time when you're going to be able to leave them outdoors for at least a few months. They can be grown semi-successfully inside all year long. You might not get many fruit at all. Now that being said, let's get it transplanted. So if you're like me and you're gonna be growing it indoors, outdoors, to me that means I wanna be using an indoor houseplant mix. I'm using this Coast of Maine organic and natural potting mix. It's got a really nice blend of cocoa coir, perlite, aged bark, a lot of good organic, natural organic matter that's gonna break down and provide our lemon with a lot of nutrients as it grows, which is hugely important because they are heavy feeders. And I'll show you how to get them fertilized as well further on in the video. And if you're wondering when will they produce fruit, well, plants that are grown outside in the ground will generally produce fruit, like in places like California or Florida, in the winter months. But for those of us that are kind of like manipulating their growth habits in and out, they can honestly produce fruit at any time of the year, and they will also produce beautiful, fragrant flowers that smell delightful, kind of like a gardenia. So normally once they're kind of established at your growing residence, they will have that combination of fruit and flowers at any given time. Pop it out. Okay, that looks pretty good. Nice and established roots. First thing, of course, just break it up gently. Not too much though. A little bit on this top can be beneficial as well. Now this is an 8-inch pot. I'm gonna be transferring it to this is maybe like a 14-inch pot. And that's about the biggest I would wanna go from this 8-inch to a 14-inch. I'm pushing it a little bit. Really, an 8-inch to like a 12-inch would be better. You never wanna put a plant and make it swim in soil. That's never a good thing to do. So start by just filling it up. And once you have it about halfway, I like to add in a little bit of slow release fertilizer and kind of just mix it in there. Let's see how this looks. A little low still. That looks pretty good. Get it situated. And then I'll add a little bit more slow release fertilizer on top. And now I'm gonna move it to where I'm gonna be growing it before I water it, because once I water it, it's gonna be way too heavy. So here it is, basket in the full sun, southern exposed location here on my deck with this radiant heat from the white wall. That's gonna be perfect. The more sun, the more heat, the better. You wanna keep them moist at all times, never sopping wet, but always slightly moist while they're outside in the hot sun. Otherwise, your fruit will not form correctly, and that will also induce a lot of the fruit to fall off if they're having irregular watering. You can consider putting a layer of mulch on top at this point, but do take note, I have got like tons of little baby fruits here all over the place. It's very normal for the small fruit to fall off before fully ripening. And throughout these summer months, you want to be fertilizing it with a water-soluble fertilizer. I use this one, Roberta's Bounty. I'm going to use it twice a month. Just follow the instructions on the back of the fertilizer that you get and water it in normally, and that's going to give it extra food that it really needs to produce and plump up all of these fruit. So the Meyer lemon is doing quite well. Just a refresher, all Meyer lemons, all citrus always start off as green and then they turn yellow. We just had a rainstorm And you can see all of the small little guys that fell off from that rainstorm. That's totally normal. That's what I was talking about. This is going to happen. Don't be frightened. If you can hold on to one in every like 5 or 10 on your tree, then that's going to be a success. So we're just getting into summertime, and I got my first little flush of flowers going on right here. At this point, I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 8 or so small citrus that have retained themselves on the plant. All of the extra little baby ones have at this point fallen off, and that's definitely normal. And I would say about 8 to 10 nice lemons on this size of a plant is about as much as it can actually handle. I've been fertilizing it every couple of weeks. It's doing well, and it just continues to slowly grow and acclimate. They can be a little bit slow to really start taking off once you've repotted them like we've done. And you're absolutely gonna wanna make sure you give those wonderful flowers a nice smell, because they do smell heavenly. Well, the Meyer lemon continues to look good. We're here into July. Now I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 little Meyer lemons that are still on the plant. They seem to be getting a little bit larger, but there's definitely no development in its color. Still 100% pure green. Otherwise, it looks pretty good. You can tell it's starting to fill out a little bit more in this container. Still just waiting and monitoring. So now we are in autumn. It is the middle of October right now. Nights are starting to get a little bit colder. I saw on my weather forecast it's going to be like 40 in the nights this week. So when you're getting ready to bring them indoors, what you want to do, the first thing you want to do is you really want to put them in an area where they can dry out before you bring them inside. So I put my plant underneath this little covered section a couple of days ago, because you don't want to bring a wet plant into your cold home. That can really encourage rot. So I'm going to leave it here for about 4 to 5 days so that it can really dry out before I bring it inside. So after enjoying the entire summer out on the deck, you can see there's definitely some plumpness going on. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fruit on our plant. Now the plant itself did not grow that much, honestly. I guess it really spent most of its energy on the fruit, but it looks really good. All right, so I just brought the Meyer lemon in. So here we are in our beautiful plant room. It's looking very nice and full now that winter, colder weather is coming. But in terms of where I have it growing, these are southern facing windows. And so, right now I still have leaves on the trees, but over the coming weeks and months, those leaves will fall, and this will be very, very well lit during the middle of the day. So you absolutely want to make sure that your Meyer lemons or limes, any kind of citrus that you're growing, gets as much sunlight as possible. And I am going to make sure that I allow my soil to dry between waterings. They like to stay a little bit moist outside during the summertime, but indoors, houseplants, they don't want to be overly wet too long, because in our homes, we don't have any natural evaporation taking place. The cooler indoor temperatures they can lead to rot or gnats. So keep it on the drier side, give it really good lighting, and I'm probably going to be watering it once every 10 to 14 days. That's generally what I do for my house plants indoors. And this will be just like all the rest of them. So after I filmed that last section, I saw on my weather forecast that it was going to be back in like the lower 40s at nights. So I actually put my plant back outside for about 5 more days so that it could experience a few more days with cooler nights. It even got down to 38 degrees and the plant was totally fine. The more days that you can give it where the nighttime temperatures are between like that 38 and 45 degrees, that is what is going to allow your fruit to ripen. So if you've been growing your plant for a long time and in the autumn time you bring it indoors when the nights are still like 50 and your fruit are green and they just never develop like this, it's because you haven't given them enough cool weather at night in order for that fruit to begin that ripening process. So as you can see, they're starting to take on even more yellow tones, which is fantastic. They're starting to soften up a little bit, but they're not totally ready to be plucked yet. And another very common thing that can happen with our lemons is that when you bring them inside, they can start to drop their foliage. That could be, due to the new indoor conditions. Maybe I let mine get just a little bit too cold and that shocked some of the foliage and now it's dropping it. So it's definitely normal to be losing leaves. And honestly, I just kind of let them hang out here, and over time they'll start to decompose and actually be sort of beneficial for that soil to a very minimal effect. Now, of course, the last and final most exciting part is actually harvesting our lemons. So on a plant this size, I can expect my fruit, this is probably the maximum size that they'll get. As our plants get bigger, the fruits could actually get larger, especially depending on what varieties you're growing. But once they start to have a little bit of give, they don't feel rock hard, you can absolutely harvest at this point. You can also let them stay on your plants for quite a long time and they'll be absolutely fine, and they will eventually start to soften on the plant. And as they soften, that is definitely another opportunity to harvest. But when they're like this, I will just cut one off just right here. And you can leave this on your counter and let it just soften up a little bit more over the coming days, which right now I wouldn't want to juice it. I do want to give it a little bit of time. Or for an expedited process, you can just put it into a paper bag. I did this 2 days ago. I put it in here and it has softened up quite a lot. And it definitely feels nice and juicy. All right, and now the excitement. Hey, that looks pretty darn good. And let's see how much juice we get from this little dude. Not bad. Ooh, and this Meyer lemon smells so delicious. I'd say that's pretty good from a lemon I grew on my own plant inside my home, wouldn't you? Bottoms up. Meyer lemons, they're the best. And at this point, I'm just gonna keep it indoors, and next spring, once those nights start to raise back above that 40-degree threshold, I'll bring it back outside and start it all over again. But with this, now you have a really good, intimate look on how to grow your citrus successfully in containers, outside in the warm weather, and then back indoors during the cold seasons. If you do have any further questions or comments, absolutely leave them down in the comment section below. Anyways, thanks for joining me here on Plant Vibrations. I'll catch you next time. Ciao.